Souls, Uncle Plug, Scotty. We just speaking life. 40 for 40, yeah, we talk. Yeah. 40 for 40. Real talk. No middleman. Souls, Uncle Plug, Scotty. We just speaking life. 40 for 40, yeah, we talking every day. Like pain turn to pressure, turn it all into a stage. Like real ones relate, when we speak it, it don't feel right. If you ain't lit it, you won't get it, just that real life. 40 for 40, every story got a message. Losses turn lessons, now we counting up the blessings. From the bottom where it's pressure, where they test you. Now we talking life, yeah, this deeper than a session. Yeah. Late nights, deep thoughts, mind racing. Trying to find peace, but the world keep changing. Everybody got a story, they ain't saying. So I put it in these bars, don't mask. No, faking from the mud where the struggle get loud. Where you smile in their face, but you fighting inside. Where you learn who real when you down and out. And the fake disappear when the lights ain't bright. I done seen pain turn keys to survivors. Seen dreams die slow, then revive us. Now we speak truth through the mic in the wire. 40 conversations build souls up higher. 40 for 40, yeah, we talking every day. Like pain turn to pressure, turn it all into a stage. Like real ones relate, when we speak it, it don't feel right. If you ain't lit it, you won't get it, it's that real life. 40 for 40, every story got a message. Losses turn lessons, now we counting up the blessings. From the bottom where it's pressure, where they test you. Now we talking life, yeah, it's deeper than a session. OG talk, yeah, I seen it all twice. Gave game to the young, had to pay that cost price. Every L was a lesson, never took it as a loss. Now I'm speaking on the mic, trying to show them what it costs. Real hustlers know what the silence about. When you're building from nothing, ain't no time for a doubt. Had to grind in the dark just to shine this loud. Now we giving out gems, and we pouring it out. From the block to the boardroom vision. Same code, same moral, same mission. 40 talks, we just giving you the real. No gimmicks, no cap, just life I feel. Scotty talk. Sometimes you gotta slow it down just to see it clear. Life hits different when you're really living it. Everyday struggles, everyday wins. Same road, just a different lens. We all trying to find where the peace begins. So we talk it out. Let the healing in. Yeah, we talking every day. Like pain turn to pressure, turn it all into a stage. Like real ones relate, when we speak it, it don't feel right. If you ain't lived it, you won't get it, it's that real life. 40 for 40, every story got a message. Losses turn lessons, now we counting up the blessings. From the bottom where it's pressure, where they test you. Now we talking life, yeah, it's bigger than a session. Plug, Scotty. Everyday life. No middleman.
Yeah. I like how they got that Scotty. Hey, got that Scotty in that thing. We in the building, man. We in the building, man. What's happening, good people out there? We are 40 for 40. Welcome to the show, man. We appreciate y'all for tapping in with us this evening. As always, I got my boy Souls of Thought with me this evening, you dig? And my boy, a fan favorite already. I can't believe it. Just one episode in, he's already, you know what I'm saying? Highly requested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got it back. I said, he coming. He coming. He coming.
Yeah, man. So how y'all? We all were talking backstage. You know, a lot of things happening in life and around the world, man. People making decisions that are affecting everybody, from gas prices to other things we won't talk about. But today's theme for 40 for 40 is Pressure creates clarity. What are you really built on? So that's the slogan for tonight. What are you really built on? Pressure creates clarity. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Y'all already know, man. We are 3 men. We're gonna keep this thing structured and ready to go. And we're gonna go ahead and have 15 minutes per segment. We did hear feedback too, Scott. I have to tell you about the feedback that we received. But once we get more and more engagement, we'll probably have to extend the show a little bit because some people want more chat interaction throughout the show. So but we'll get there. We will get there, man. So we're gonna move in to the first segment. You guys know we're gonna be going into segment number 1, which leads into our leadership and discipline. So here we go. So in segment 1 for leadership and discipline, man, it says paid early, folded late. Are young stars built for pressure or just a payday? So before we get into the talking points on this, I want to hear you guys' answer. Do you guys feel that these young stars are built for pressure today, or are they built just for paydays?
On you, Scotty.
I guess I'll kick us all off. I like to always lead with my perspective because this is my perspective. I'd say it's more for the payday. I mean, you look at the way the society is, where people are being raised. It's no pressure. The participation trophy perspective. When everything's handed to you, you don't appreciate anything. So when expectations are handed down on you, you start to fumble. And I think we're seeing that in all different walks of society.
I like that.
What you got, Plug?
Now, we're talking about these young stars in this NIL deal, right?
You can talk about just in general, the overall question, just in general.
Stars or young stars in like Hollywood or what
I would say from a sports perspective.
A sports perspective. Me myself, when it comes to NIL and these young stars getting revenue, I'm never going to be on the negative side of that. You know what I mean? Just like everybody had to have their time to grow and build. It's cool that they actually are getting these funds as early as possible so they know how to manage it once they get on the other side, whether they make it to the NFL or to the NBA or to the MLB or not. At least they have an opportunity, because I always tell a kid, you can't tell a kid to save a bag if they ain't never blew a bag. You got to take that first woe with them finances to know that, hey man, I need to hold on to my bread, or I need to put my bread over here. So I think that being in that money is always going to be pressure.
Yeah.
Are they built for it? Time will tell.
Yeah. I would definitely say no. I think the initial payday is for the parents or family that's around them initially. I think we're starting to see a lot of people fall victim to that. Family plays a big role. You guys know the last 40 for 40 2 weeks ago, we talked about Coach Prime. I think that's the one benefit of going to Colorado that you do receive is that financial literacy piece from Dion on how to handle yourself, how to market yourself, how to save, how to build. But I would say young stars are not built for the pressure at all. It is just a payday for them for sure. So with that being said, Plug, you just brought up NILs. So do you guys feel like NILs and early money removes the hunger or the passion for the game?
I would say it actually does remove the passion for the game when you start off getting paid, especially from a college perspective. This is where the platform is for you to develop, grow, and use that platform for you to be able to go to the next level. Depending on your background, if you're thrown a certain amount of dollars, you just kind of keep your eye off the prize per se.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a distraction in short term.
I'll go on the other side of that and say eliminate distractions, because if you are that, all right, you're gonna have two different type of players. You're gonna have the type of player
where that's all they're gonna be focused on is the money, or you're gonna have a player where the money is just gonna eliminate all the woes of life, like because they only stress right now is maybe mama, daddy, brother, sister at the house, them being taken care of. So as soon as that's released, that's the dog you're gonna want. I think the money is gonna truly separate who's hungry and who ain't, who want it and who don't, who here for the bag or who's here for the long haul. Because that's one thing about it that I noticed. Like if you notice, a lot of guys that get they get their payday, they start getting real spiritual with it. Because when you the only thing you can think about is money and your next meal or this bill. But as soon as you got money, you can start focusing your mind on other things. So I think that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna separate the weak from the obsolete. You know what I mean?
I definitely think it has removed the hunger. And when I say the hunger, I think it removed the hunger for people having that true passion for the NFL or the next level. I think they come in from high school with the passion. You got to think about it in college, man. You stay 4 to 5 years, you can make an NFL contract. Like you can make an NFL contract through college that takes half of the effort. You know what I mean? Like it's a totally different ball game in college where if you just a stud and you just outperform everybody, you're just a natural gifted athlete. You take somebody like Travis Hunter, right? He took care of his body, but he was just a natural athlete. If Travis would have stayed another 2 years in college, he could have asked for anything he wanted. Some of these athletes we might see won't even touch what they touched in college when they get to the next level.
That's a possibility.
That's how big the bags are, dog. Like they getting some big bags, man.
I'm liking the fact that they are. I like the ones who already have deals. These are the ones, like even the females. I'm waiting to see how they produce, how they do what they do, because like if you already got a deal and you already getting bread, and you going against the one that don't have a deal, that's trying to make a name for themselves right now. Well, it's gonna be a battle, bro. It's gonna be a battle. Like that's one thing about it. The WNBA, I'm enthused for the WNBA to come around right now. I'm enthused.
So with us all three being veterans, do y'all feel, and you guys know we had to earn our stripes, right? So do you guys think with everything going on today, do these people have to earn their stripes or are they being handed platforms?
I'm gonna lean more towards they're gonna be handed the platform just because of technology and all the cameras and lights that you have on you. But also, you can also be fugazed on how they're actually performing because you're not seeing the lows, the drops. You're just seeing the touchdown. So you think you got a 10, and then you pull the makeup off, and she's a 5 at best. Hate to use that as an example. It's definitely an ESPN highlight.
Yeah. What you got for it, Blood?
Yeah, I'm with Scotty on that one. Yeah, he said it all. He said it all. I'm gonna let you slide. Yeah, he said it all right now.
So do you guys think early success creates weak resilience? Do you guys think these kids establishing all this monetary gain, all this fame very early, do you guys think this create more weak people?
That depends on what side of the coin is. It always go back to who is this kid, because you ain't gonna be putting it. If you put in all this work, you're gonna want to see an end game. You know what I mean? And if your end game is what you just received, and you know that there's something else bigger on the other end, or championship on the other end, or playing in your first AFC or NFC championship, or being in your first semifinals in the NBA, like, hey, like if you really want to be on or see that if your talent actually matches up with the guy you've been watching on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 years ago, you was a sophomore in college, and now you're on the, you know what I'm saying, you went through your rigmaroles of your rookie season, and now your second season, you started coming to your own, and now people are looking at you like the man. It's all about who's on the side of that coin of how it's going to go. I think I think money is going to be just like the good and bad that happens to people.
Yeah.
And just to add a little bit what Plug was stating, it really goes back to what kind of village and support system you have. Because when you got people who's really being authentic with you and say, excuse my French, you're fucking up over here. You need to be working on your craft. People who's gonna really like say, hey, you're not thinking right. You don't need to be dealing with that group. Yeah, you got the money, but there's more money that's gonna come. Right now you got crumbs. Let's focus on the loaf. And I think that's where the early success sometimes messes people up. Because sometimes when you get money, your character starts to be exposed on who you really are. It just highlights who you are. It doesn't change you. You just really get exposed. And then, when some people get money, most people are already hard-headed, and then they get money, and it just makes it worse.
Yeah. Let me see. We aligned. We aligned.
So the first thing I thought about when I thought about that statement or that question was Odell Beckham. When he had his pivot interview and he said he lost the passion for the game. You got to think about it. He made one spectacular catch that altered his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about monetarily, his haircut became famous. Everything OBJ was OBJ. But then this man sits down in front of the world and tells you, man, it was days I didn't even want to go out there. I just didn't feel like playing no more. And those are the things that I feel like can really impact people, because I don't think people understand what comes with fame. You can't be mediocre anymore when you become famous. There's no off days. Once people expect a certain level from you, you must provide that level. But anything beneath that, go ahead.
But hold on. I ain't see too many Kevin Durant commercials, but he always had a shoe. But I think as of late, this last commercial I seen KD in.
Which was crazy. The one with the skin cream.
Yeah, I ain't seen KD with no. See, he wanted that fame. See, I don't think he knew the price of that fame. All that acting up and man, that dude used to aggravate my spirit, man. I wish you want to use him as an example. He used to aggravate my spirit, bro, because I ain't like Buddy at all, man. I'm serious, man.
I was like, he had a burner account?
Huh?
You didn't like he had a burner account?
No, not KD. I'm talking about OBJ.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought he said KD. Okay.
Because to me, I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna tell you this here. To me, I don't care if he see it. OBJ was a whole me. I ain't like him. I ain't like him at all. He lost me when him and Josh Norman got into it and he spearheaded that dude. I mean, I had just went to Vice TV. I just watched the whole thing about CTE and head contusions and all this right here. And Buddy he spearheaded Josh. I'm like, man, that was it for me. He lost me right then, bro. I ain't like him, man. And I'm watching a Panthers game and I don't even like the Panthers. And I'm watching him do that. Man, it's the individual. I swear it's the individual. It all is all. I think whoever you put in that situation, you're gonna get a different result based on that individual.
Yeah. You got anything else for it, Scotty?
No more comments.
We got Miles here. Miles says, seems like the competition level will keep them motivated to succeed. From what I see now, like take our age range. Our age range, I think, is when competitive nature stop. Everybody think they're competing against themselves today. Everybody thinks they're the star.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't get motivated because they think they're only competing against who they are.
Ooh. See that shit? I knew you was gonna come with some old deep ass
But he said OBJ. I'm not an OBJ fan either. What's up, Sko in the building? That's just one of the things I think now, because we hear it all the time on the platforms. Like people feel like they're the best version of whatever they are. Like it's nobody better than me. Like I don't think people really look at competition the way we used to see people look at competition.
But also, I think our generation also knew our role. You know what I mean? Like you was okay knowing that all you had to do was get the rebounds and assists and steals. You didn't have to score 50 points. You just wanted to be on a team that you won. Now you have this era where it's like, I don't care if the team lose, I just want to get my 50 points.
I think the new generation like LeBron, and we more like Jimmy. See, we the ones that go in there and just pick folk. Yeah, me, you. Come on, let's go. And let's go get it. You know,
And
what
I'm gonna tell you
saying?
this. I'm gonna tell you this, man. We got like less than 30, almost 40 seconds left in this segment, but this is gonna be a controversial take, and we could talk about it on the next 40 for 40.
Talk about it.
I think this was another form of like almost like feminism that happened in the NBA. The Europeans came over and changed the game for Americans. Because like now you can't no longer be just a rebounder, right? Because Jokic can give you 14 rebounds, but shoot 14 threes and make 10 out of 14. Like you can't be a Dennis Rodman anymore and get drafted. Nobody looks at the hustle player no more. The white man came in, and not making this about race, but most of the white European players came in. Ginobili, all these people came into the league, and they changed the perspective of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. It almost seems like we have like almost another movement, and it happened in sports.
I told him if I get me an AAU team and you got your legits out there shooting three, I'm gonna go get my dogs. I'm say, hey, we everything below the free throw line. I swear to God, we gonna beat the brakes off y'all. Because I bet you we gonna beat the brakes off y'all. Bet you we beat the brakes off y'all. I don't care what nobody gotta say. We gonna beat the brakes off y'all. My team gonna be called the HP Soldiers, high percentage soldiers. Everything high percentage. We banging down here. Banging down here. I'm gonna have the 3-foot monsters down there, the 4-foot monsters down there, wrecking out there with the little extra gold that go over the big gold. I'm having a wrecking shop on y'all ass. I'm having banging down there, have them clearing out and all. We don't give a damn about your foul. Shit, I bet you don't. Bet you don't. Bet you don't. Cappuccino on my ass. I bet you don't. We're gonna be down there banging the whole time. I'm gonna have your 4 and your 5 in foul trouble. Watch. Your 4 and 5 gonna be in trouble. I'm telling you, you're gonna have something. You're gonna have your bag up point guard down there in the paint trying to bang with my big boy.
Man, shout out to y'all, man. That was segment 1 of 40 for 40. All right, man. Scotty getting tired, getting restless. Hey, we got segment number 2. Here we go. Segment number 2, going into our health and fitness segment here. It says, you're not tired, you're undisciplined. The truth that men avoid in their 40s. So this is very unique because we all are up here starting different fitness journeys, doing different things. But, you know, a lot of people tend to make excuses for why they're not in the gym, why they're not doing certain things. So what we want to talk about tonight for the masses of the people who are watching are things to kind of avoid. So we're going to go through some of these talking points. You guys are going to be able to hear our opinions about it. If y'all have anything in the chat that you would like to add, please do. I know we got some very active people in the chat who work out, classics, gold, things of that nature. So if y'all got anything, Tristan as well, Too Tight. So y'all let us know. So the first question I have for y'all, fatigue versus the lack of structure. Do y'all feel like most people just lack structure, which causes them to feel like they don't have enough time or they too tired to get things done? What is your guys' thoughts?
I'll take point on this because I actually have some time to opine. And I apologize in advance if I, offend anyone, but I think you've seen in today's society, there's a huge lack of structure. Instead of using technology to be an added value, we use it as a crutch. We've created another drug. And the fact that there's 24 hours in a day and there's no reason that you're not able to put enough time aside to be able to sleep, eat, rest, do what you need to do to bring in some type of money. And people are weaponizing fatigue and mental health, the reason why they're not able to accomplish all the things, and it's just they're undisciplined. And you see it in everything they operate. You go to their house, it's messy. You look at their work effort, it's messy. Look at how they communicate with their friends, it's messy. And you just see it in all aspects of life.
All agree. What you got, Plug?
I guess that I would have to piggyback off of that. He just said they ain't had no choice. Hey, he ain't lying because he ain't lying. Scott is not lying. But I think most people just do what they want to do. Most people make excuses. Most people do exactly what they want to do. And then they make the excuse. When you ask them about it, if you never question them, they'll never have to lie to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just say, hey, they're just gonna do what they want to do. Most folks then got to the point where they super grown. That's what they say, man, I'm super grown and I do what I want to do. So do what you want to do. But don't be getting mad when doctor tell you got diabetes.
And you can't get no insurance.
And you can't get no insurance. No Merc.
Weaponized GoFundMe.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all, like, one of the things especially now, just turning 40 last year, one of the things that I had to realize to get myself out of, because for some people you might feel like they're unstructured or undisciplined. With that being said, for myself, I had to stop putting myself back where I was when I was active duty. Like, I'm no longer the same guy that was running a 50-miler and running over 100 miles in a month. And like, I can do those things, but once you become 40, I think your goals have to be more realistic. Not saying that you can't accomplish the same things. The accomplishments just look a little different. And as you get older, I think the biggest thing is understanding that you being active like how Plug, we talked about it the other way, and Plug's doing it now. Like, it don't take 2 hours in the gym.
Nah.
Like, I used to be in the gym for two hours, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so like, and then like, so like, I feel like now as you get older, you start to learn that I can get the same work in, the same efficiency in, and not consume so much of my time. Mm-hmm. My goals might result a little slower. I might not drop like I did when I was 25 or 30 mm-hmm. and, you know, go hard for a month and you dropping 10, 15, 20 pounds. It might take you 3 or 4 months now. It might take you a whole year to get your goal. I think the biggest thing is just understanding what's realistic for yourself, making smart goals, as they would say in the business world. You know, make sure they're specific, they're measurable, attainable, realistic. Make sure they have a time on them, like a schedule that you're trying to accomplish these things in. Because that was the biggest thing for me. And like we was talking about it before we got on today, but if you 40 and up, man, you need a Peloton. You need a Peloton, man. Like, for real, like,
ass up and her up.
But I hear what you're saying, and I'm validating your statement. But with the wealth of knowledge and playbooks that we have out here, we're not in an era where there's a lack of knowledge. There's a lack of structure. Because, as you know, like Plug mentioned earlier, being grown. When you grown, you do things you don't want to do for the better good or whatever you got going on in your life. And there's statistics out there. You can go to any doctor. And I mean, last time I checked, you should get at least 120 minutes to 150 minutes of exercise. We're not meant to sit all day on a couch or sit behind a desk all day and not get some kind of exercise, because there's so many different ramifications that happen to you. And the consequences for you not doing what you're supposed to do are greater than if you just did something you just didn't feel like doing that day. And no one's saying for you to be, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger or anything, or work out 7 days a week, but just giving yourself 30 minutes a day, 3-4 days a week, just for the betterment good of your own health. It comes with your structure, you know, drinking your water, eating your fruits, your vegetables. You know, majority of us at least went to elementary school. There was a food pyramid that existed, you know? So there's more excuses instead of just result driven.
Yeah. So let me ask you gentlemen this question. If your life depended on your current habits, would you survive or struggle?
I'm a thrive. Outside of today, I'm asleep by 7:30.
Hey, you know, your ass ain't lying.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you, I think what was the time frame?
What you mean?
Like you said,
if your life depended on your current habits, would you survive or struggle?
Shit, I'm gonna survive like a mug. because I feel like I'm a mental giant, bro. When I say when I don't want to, I really don't want to. But when I say I'm going to, I'm finna go hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hard, bro. Whether it's work, whether it's play, whether it's working out, whatever the case may be. Hey, but the only thing I don't want to do is be sick or injured.
Yeah.
Consistency is the key. No matter whatever you do, you're consistent with something, you're gonna just have increment improvements. Just like the classic code stated, build fitness and it happens. 25 push-ups, 25 squats for a shower. That's low hanging fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
after a
easy.
while, it becomes too easy. So now you gotta, boost it up 30, and it's not even you're trying. It just becomes a habit.
Yeah.
I think people. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Blake.
I had a Haitian that I was working with at Sweet Tomatoes. He would do prep the days that well, I did prep the days he didn't do it. And he told me just do 50 push-ups a day, every day, at least 50 push-ups. And I was like, what you talking about, man? But it made sense though. 50 push-ups a day, at least 50 push-ups a day, 7 days a week. What are they, 350? Yeah, 350. Yeah. Okay. You still be able to move stuff. You be able to pick up something. Be able to pop that little pickle jar you be on. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Help little mama. I open that for you. Go ahead.
So what do y'all think about this? And I know Scotty, you'll be big on this one. What Miles said, testosterone goes down, blood pressure goes up. The gym unalives two birds at once.
Oh, totally. Totally agree. I couldn't have said it any better. I mean, there's too many statistics, there's too much information that supports how working out just makes you a better human being. Your thought process, you're quicker on your feet. You being able to be more mobile. When you see these individuals 60, 70, 80 years old, hunched over, they don't have the bone density. And I don't know, I just don't know how to say it any other way. It's just there's too much information that supports the importance of putting that in at least in your battle rhythm throughout the week.
How would y'all motivate somebody though? How would y'all motivate? Because y'all know we get a lot of people who might be single parents, or you get a lot of people who got multiple jobs, and because it all sounds simple, right? 25 push-ups, shots before a shower. Well, some people just trying to get out the car, get to the shower. Like, what I mean? Like what advice? Because it sounds easy. It sounds very easy for us as disciplined people.
But
you know what I mean? But what advice would y'all give someone though?
We discussed it earlier. People do what they feel that's important to them. No matter how you want to cook up the cookie. People make time, people make energy for the things that's important to them. There's a gym on every major corner. There's home gyms. There's wristbands that you can buy. I mean, you could do body squats, body push-ups. There's so many different things. You working out doesn't mean you have to actually physically drive to a gym. You can go for a walk around your corner. You can go walk up your steps instead of taking the elevator. There's so many different things you can do to take care of your health, which is going to have great impacts on the quality of life that you're going to want to have if you live, 70, 80, 90 years old.
So let me ask y'all, you say you tried?
I say I've tried. Like we did it in the shop, and in the shop we did 75 hard. And the people heard us talking about it, even us talking about it amongst ourselves about what we was doing. Got people to say, man, you know what? I tried that 75 hard before. I can't do 75, but I do 30. Other people like, man, I do 15. Like, hell with that. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, you can't get nobody to do nothing that they don't want to do. That shit is not. You can spark their brain though. You could always say something to spark something within them, and it might not happen when you assume it's going to happen, but you done spark something. You done plant. The only thing we supposed to do is plant seeds and let somebody else come along and water it. Or we might be the water. Somebody might have already planted that seed, and then you said it. Now you watered it. Now they say, you know what? I might need to start working at
it. And souls, we're in an instant oatmeal era. With Gobi, a lot of people don't even want to work out. They're like, I just take me a shot. I lose 20 pounds in a month and a half. and
Yeah.
just go back to my old regiment, and then I'll take another shot and lose another 10, 20 pounds. Unfortunately, everyone wants instant gratification.
You talking about that Ozempic?
Yeah, he talking about
Ozempic, Wegovy, they got plenty of different shots.
We Govy. I hear them commercials all day on the TV, man. That's all I hear. Like it used to be like Viagra pills and testosterone boost. Now the thing I hear is we Govy and Skyreezy. Bitch, you
let me ask you guys this though. Now that you guys are getting older, do you care that your look matches your fitness level?
What do you mean?
Like, do you have to look as healthy as you know you are?
Well, I think those things will go in parallel.
No, the hell they don't.
Because if you're eating a certain kind of way, and if you're doing some kind of muscle training and cardio, your clothes and your physique's gonna look a certain kind of way.
Yeah, I know it's
depending on the level. There's levels to this, There's a 1 through 10, but if you working out and you're eating on a level of 7, your clothes is gonna fit that way. Your body build's gonna look that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's some big healthy dudes, and there's some slim unhealthy niggas out there too.
That aspect too, I cannot argue with that. That is true. You do have skinny fat. That does exist.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to everybody coming into the chat. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. Too Tight said, start a simple program that works for you and surround yourself with people that is motivational, that will do it with you. Helps to find a certain support system. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Too Tight sent me over a whole ab routine, man, and it was like super dope. Jesus is King. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Welcome in. Make sure you hit that like button. He said exactly plug. You gotta want to do it. Classic said it should be parallel unless you eat bad and work hard. Cool. Anything else y'all have for this health segment today?
What time? How much time we got left?
We got 1 minute and 3 seconds. Tristan said, I go to the gym every morning. Yeah. Shout out to Tristan. Shout out to Tristan. Yeah. He putting on weight. He trying to put on muscle. So shout out to Tristan. He been in there hitting that weight room.
For sure.
For me, man, like my biggest thing is I'm trying to find the next exciting thing. Throughout my whole 20-year career in the military, I always did hard stuff. Like I'm trying to find that like the next thing I want to do now is a high rocks competition. Like I need things to like.
Austin say Zumba.
Oh no. I need something to like to put my eye on the prize because our body is very powerful. And this is something I want to say before the last 20 seconds. Our bodies are very powerful, and we have to realize this because once you're a runner, you're a runner. There's fat people running marathons, y'all. Like literally, like 200 plus pound people, 300. Like our bodies will adapt over time. Like your body can adapt to work.
I'm 205. I'm offended. You said the fat people over 200 pounds. I'm 205.
Oh, I'm fat too. Yeah. I'm
trying to get back.
We all fat. We all fat. We got to get back. I'm trying to get back to my. I know what I want to get to.
I'm not fat. I know, please.
He said if you eat bad and work hard, you won't look your fitness level. Yeah. I agree with that. He said you save money on gear with fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Man.
You ain't gotta be too snazzy, bro, when you fit, boy.
That's very true. You could throw on a white tee and some jeans, you know what I mean? You're straight.
Hey.
Man, great job, man. Great job. Appreciate the chat, man. Hopefully, if anybody's watching, make sure y'all can tune in on the rewatch as well. Take some of these health tips, man, from the old fellas, man. You don't got to do too much to be successful, man. That was segment number 2. So moving into the controversial segment of the night, we're moving into segment number 3. We're going to be talking about relationships. So moving into segment number 3 when it comes to relationships, and let me put this out right now before I even start the timer. Even Scotty said we are looking for a woman who's willing to come up for segment 3 and segment 3 only in the future. Just need you for 15 minutes so that you're able to speak your side for women. So if there's somebody, we do this bi-weekly every other Wednesday. So the next show will fall on the, if I can pull up the calendar fast enough, the 13th. The May 13th will be our next show. So if y'all know any women who would like, any woman who would like to come up and speak on the woman's behalf, we will appreciate it, just for segment 3 only. So you only need 15 minutes of your life. You ain't even got to get on camera. You could just come up, give your opinion about how you feel about what we're talking about. Because Scotty made a very good point tonight that, like, ultimately the women need to let us hear their point of view as well, not just the men speaking on it. So we're going to start the timer, and we're going to be talking about standards or control, why modern relationships struggle with male leadership. It's
modern, bro.
It says the talking point is the difference between leadership. So we'll talk about first.
They who tough as hell but soft as hell with these women. Go ahead, bro.
So what's the difference? What do y'all see the difference between leadership and control?
I'm starting this one off. Sorry, Scotty. I'm gonna tell you this up. Men, stop being bitches and be a man. Don't be, but be a part-time asshole. Don't be a bitch, but be a part-time asshole. Because everything you say and the way you say it ain't gonna be liked, but render results. Be consistent and quit being bitches. And quit be you can be a goddamn thug in these streets, but you a tender dick when it comes to these freaks. Please be a man. Stand on what you stand on. Lead with respect, and you'll get respect.
And just if y'all need the definition, leadership is influence through inspiration, and control is influence through authority.
Shit, man, they go hand in hand, goddamn. They go hand in hand. We ain't throwing no definition on what that shit supposed to be, bro. What it supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, hey, look, I'm just me, man. I'm just me.
I'll put a different spin on it. I think reason why there's a struggle in relationships from a male leadership perspective, because there's a lack of male leadership. When you think of leadership, you're leading by the example. And I think in today's society, you have a lot of people that's great at speaking, but when it comes to that word action and execution, there's a lack of. And I think that's why a lot of relationships fall through the wayside, and women struggle to find a good man because there's not many good men. They speak of being a good man, but they don't walk with the character and values and integrity. And you see that a lot in modern day society, and from my view.
Oh, we talking about modern society, my bad.
Modern.
So Scotty, I know you're not on here as much as we are. We have had a lot of different women come on the platform, a lot of different women give their opinion. The only pushback I will provide for your statement that you said is that it's not enough leaders, which we talked about that on the Youth Needs Us. So we definitely agree with you there. But I also have witnessed and started to recognize that even when men have their things together, you then find a group of confused women. We have women who fumble over the word submission. We have women who don't want to take accountability. We have, like, even when a man finally finds out who he is and how he wants to operate, then you have to raise a woman up to be a woman to even get the product that you're looking for.
Yeah, but
that's just my perspective of what we have witnessed so far being on these platforms.
That does exist. That's not a part of our topic. I want us to stay on task. I'm not taking away with what you're saying. I'm truly not.
No.
But for instance, 3 days ago, I'm riding through a neighborhood. I'm watching a woman change a tire where her little boyfriend or whatever he identifies as is sitting in the car seat. And I'm like, it's none of my business. This is just the way that I was raised. But I'm like, this is a mockery.
Because he got a good mama. Because he got a good money.
You know, so how are you a leader? And if she was raised any kind of way, he would have been kicked out the car.
She got a good daddy, and he got a good mama. Good mamas make sorry ass kids. They sorry ass men. It is what it is. Without no male leadership, good mamas make sorry ass motherfucking men. They do. These boys be some hoes, man. They be some tough ass hoes. That's what they is. I'm serious. First thing, as soon as he get tough out, as soon as the dude bow up at you one time, reach up on his armpit and do him like this right here. He go to giggling and shit. Be like, you can't be a gangster and ticklish at the same time, nigga. I'm serious, man. These boys built different, man. These guys built different. Like real talk, man. They're afraid to be themselves. They thinking this version of themselves is they self. No, it's not. You ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? You in Taekwondo, you in motherfucking Kung Fu because your mama know you're gonna have to defend yourself. Because she's a bitch, nigga. She know it. And she know it. Your daddy say, I'm gonna put you over here in this right here, boy, because I know you softer than I see you out there with the wolves, boy. They gonna tear your ass apart.
They don't want to have that classic. They don't want to have that conversation. That's what I was leading to.
Your knees, your mama knees. Look at your mama knees and your daddy knees. They black in here. I'm telling you why they black. They be down there praying for you. they know you ain't founded on nothing. They praying for you. They praying for your safety. I'm telling you. It's a constant checkup. I'm saying, what's wrong? How my baby doing? How my baby doing? How my baby doing? It's a difference when they say how my baby doing and how my son doing. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
So from a male's perspective, is respect a non-negotiable?
I can only speak in the power. I would say respect is definitely a non-negotiable. I'd rather you respect me than love me.
Deal breaker.
You don't respect me, hit the road, Jack. I'll take respect over anything.
Okay.
You already know what I'm on.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that one. I think that's an easy one. So this next one we will talk about our side. What is your expectations as a man in your 40s or going into your 40s? What is your expectations? Let's say hypothetically you weren't in a relationship or you're not married. We don't worry about whose status is what here. If you were a man and you were looking for a woman, what would be your expectations?
I would just say alignment. And that's just boils down, making sure that we're on the same sheet of music based on where we're at in life and we plan on going. I think that's the older you get, the more imperative that is, especially if you want to grow. And I think that's the biggest one. I mean, you could be ugly, uglier than Jim Carrey, but if we're aligned, you can oversee that.
Go ahead, Plug.
It's I would honestly say is know where you're going, and if you don't, ask me. And if not, follow me. I need somebody to be their own individual. I need somebody to be their own individual. I need somebody to have their own shit going on. I need somebody that don't, like, I know we say that shit all the time, but I need somebody that don't need me. You know what I mean? Like, I need somebody who, like, respect is everything. We ain't even got that out the gate. Ain't no need for us to have no discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me be the man and you stay in your feminine energy. Handle your business. And whatever I require, just do it. That's it. Okay. Whatever I require, just do it. It shouldn't be no discussion, no debates, no back and forth. Like I ain't doing none of that with you. Because everything you doing, I can do it for my damn self. So at the end of the day, I mean, it should be always I want you too. Just like you want me, I want you too, because I don't need nothing but Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, I don't need nothing but Jesus. And after that, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can laugh with you, I can think with you, I can be in silence with you, in peace with you. If you don't disturb my peace and I can be silent with you, I deal with a little bit of your aggravation, because every woman gonna come with some form of aggravation. I don't give a damn who she is. If she is, you better check her post, because that bitch might be out of here. So
I think what Plug is trying to say, he wants her to be his friend. That's what's important at his age. They need to be friends.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like that's what everyone should be looking for. A friendship.
Yeah, mine is easy because I really don't have expectations for people. My first thing is peace, and my second thing is for you always to be aware this is not a hostage negotiation situation. If you would like to leave, the door is always open. Like that's my only two things: my peace, and you can always leave if you feel like this is not where you want to be. That's all I need. I think alignment comes through all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People normally provide you with what you need, and it kind of goes into what Scotty said. It brings you that alignment in full circle. You know what I mean? Let's see here. I'll put a question in the chat for the women. It says, do women want leadership or agreement? So I'll let the women answer that if you can. Class said, Plug be talking about the ideal scenario. Isn't reality ideal, brother? Reality isn't ideal. Tristan said, I mean, I imagine that any man in their 40s isn't trying to argue about young. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You're right. You're right, Trish. You hit that right on the head. You hit that right on the head.
And,
you know what I mean?
Ain't about grown folk shit either. Ain't trying to argue about that either. Bro, look, you got to understand that she's following someone who's actually going somewhere. If she steps off the sidewalk, she in the street. And if she in the street, leave her in the street.
But I think at 40, if we're looking at this as objectively, no one's in a relationship. I think the biggest thing you have to do is take a side back and realize what they're used to dealing with. And I think that gives you a great indication on how to manage this person.
No, it's not pre-recorded. Sugar.
No, we live. That's why we asked you the question. If you can answer the question, yeah, we definitely live. Retro Plank, thank you for joining in. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for coming through.
And Split by Design just stated we want a man to be a man. So isn't that a leader without question?
That's it.
Big fact.
That's it. But I mean, you can ask a man, you can ask a young man yourself what he want. He'll say, I don't know.
But can I ask this question though?
What's
and
up,
this might just be me thinking too deep.
What's up, cuz?
Why do you really need a leader?
Yeah. That's why I said I want somebody
like I really don't. I'm always like, okay, because we got it, like, because I do want to talk in reality, right? Everybody here right now who either watching or speaking is at least 30 or older.
I'll agree.
At least 30 or older. So at this point, even as a woman, you don't need a leader. You should already know how you should be operating in life at that point.
Ooh.
But can I take it from another view, though? If we're going to be in our natural element, men should be organically a leader. And your woman, per se, if you're heterosexual, will be your helpmate. So they would catch your blind spots. So organically speaking, if a woman identifies as heterosexual, she's going to want her man to naturally lead.
But Scotty, I don't think people know I think everybody has such a different view of a leader. You see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like at a certain age, we're not 18 no more.
Right.
At 18, yeah, you need somebody who literally shows you, like they need to be a very dominant leader. But once you're in your 30s, you already a baby mama, or you're already you're a dad, or there comes a point in life where everybody should just kind of follow organically, or like Classic just said, agree natural leadership. You see what I mean? Like women saying they want someone who leads them, but maybe you have a leader, you're just not a good follower.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I say maybe you might have a good leader, but like you said, everybody leads differently. And I think Classic said it. He said you got what helpers and then do it yourselfers. You know what I mean? And if you're talking about you got helpers and do it yourselfers, everybody ain't gonna be there for every instruction like most people will. You know, everybody talk down about teachers, but everybody ain't fit to be teaching nobody nothing. You know what I mean? That's the 15.
Yeah. Tristan said that's a good point. I haven't even thought of it. After 35, women are more likely stuck in their ways. So what's the point?
I know we're at time, but I'm gonna leave this last point.
No, you got go ahead. You got time. Go ahead.
When you lead by example and you lead quietly, and she's inspired by you, she's gonna go on her soft element. So even if that's not her natural state and she's normally an alpha female, she's gonna back down to be a B type female if you inspire her.
Straight up.
And I've been around multiple different kind of women, multiple different kind of races, and that's a common trend. I think a lot of quote unquote men don't look themselves in the mirror and be like, I'm really not him.
Yeah.
I'm a boy, but I'm just, I identify as a man based on my age and sex. That's just my opinion.
Straight like that. Agreed, Scotty. Appreciate you.
I strongly disagree, but we have ran out of time there.
We'll bring this back
because we're not having a full conversation.
Yeah, so we need a female's perspective to keep it going.
Everybody's pandering, so great segment. Cool. So we're going to be moving into our last segment of the night, which is financial literacy. This is the one that we pretty much let Scotty spearhead. We'll chime in where needed, but Scotty will be spearheading this. This is segment number 4, financial literacy. All you, brother.
So the talking points: cars, clothes, status, versus actual assets. And the title is Lifestyle Rich, Asset Poor, Why High Earners Still Stay Broke. I'm going to go from my perspective and what I've viewed in life. By the time you're knocking on 40, you have created a certain lifestyle, what it costs to be you. And at that point, it takes a lot of humility for you to take that step back. And that's you fall in that trap and maintaining your image. And, you look at the current economy state, everything's high. And if you used to driving a Mercedes and living in a $500,000 plus house, you're trapped in that with the life insurance and the automobile insurance and the homeowner's insurance and your kids in college, and you just get trapped. And at that current moment, as you continue to make money and the more money you make, the more bills you continue to accumulate, and eventually you get in that rat race. And I think that's what happens by the time you're at age of 40. You start building a lifestyle that is hard to just slip out of.
Do you feel like as people get older, they live more in a survival mode then?
In my honest opinion, I'd say, yeah, you build this image, you build this lifestyle, you know what it costs to be you, and you just get trapped into it. And if you didn't create certain habits by it, not saying it's impossible, not saying it's not, but more than likely you're going to stay in that hamster wheel.
So what do you feel like is the trap of people trying to maintain an image? What are some of the traps they can fall into?
I think it's social media, keeping up with people that you see their ESPN highlight reels, and you're like, oh, such and such just went to Thailand, or such and such just went to Jamaica. I got to do it. But, when you barely able to get by, and that happens. And just someone said, man has 100 pairs of Nikes, but no helm. It starts at really a young age, and then it gets out of control. And that's a very valid point. You see it all the time. You see it all the time. You look at them. They got Gucci shoes. They got a Gucci shirt, a Gucci belt. They drive a Mercedes, but they live at auntie home. And you do and the math don't math. And you see it all the time.
But Scotty, what is the true root of why men try to obtain these things?
I think a lot of men try to impress women that they just really can't maintain, and they lead with the pocket and a fake image. If you want my honest opinion, because a lot of men, in my opinion, have a hard time being them authentic self. They don't, especially in today's time, we were brought up where we had to go approach you at Kroger, Walmart, etc. It wasn't just slide left, slide right. So we actually had to have a conversation. We had to say, hello, Retro Plank, how's it going? I caught your eye. Can we go have a coffee? They're not brought up that way. They're like, what you doing? And it's like, no, we're gonna go do this tonight.
Let me get you.
I think that's where the disconnect is. But I mean, this has been going on for over decades, where guys went out and bought the Cadillac they couldn't afford, bought the nice suit that they couldn't afford, and it just goes on and on and on. But again, like she said, impresses the wrong woman.
He's trying to be PC. Scotty's he's in consultation. He's trying to be PC.
But that's the root of all evil for most men. It's most men's vice is women. Let's just be honest.
I'm gonna leave it there because we already left that segment.
Now that is it.
We left that segment, so I'm gonna leave it there. So what is your thoughts about investing late? What is a smart move for a person who knows nothing about investing, or what? Because last week you talked about life insurance plans and a high yield savings. What are some other ways that a person can start that looks like a smart investment for someone in their 40s and up?
I think at 40s, it's honestly, it's great that this came up, honestly. I think at this stage, you got to have an honest financial assessment. You have to start there. It's never too late. Like she stated, it's never too late. You have to have a financial assessment. You need to go to an expert more than likely. See where you're at. What does your assets look like? What do your liabilities look like? What do your bank account, your qualified accounts, real estate, if you have it or not. And honestly, go pull your social security statement if you have one and see what that's looking like.
Do you agree with this?
Do I?
Do you agree with this statement?
Like, run those high yield savings. You have
run
from those. I'd say that's controversial because high yield savings are meant for short term spending. You just don't want it to sit in your savings account. If I need $20,000 in July, I'm not going to go buy stocks and then take a capital loss on it or a capital gain. I'm going to put it in a high yield savings account for the next 3 months. So that's a depends question from my view.
Let me ask you this question.
Now,
so go ahead.
Based on the comment dollar cost averaging, like if I want to buy Lockheed Martin, which is a stock I do have, I would use that strategy. Every 2 weeks, I'm going to throw $300 towards Lockheed Martin. That's what dollar cost averaging, regardless of what the market's doing. That is a strategy. But these are things of everybody's tax bracket and strategy is a little bit different. Some people don't have $300 or $200. They got $25. Throw $25 in every week, every 2 weeks, in an index fund, SP 500. Investing to me at that age, before you even start making money, reducing your debt. I think a lot, at 40, realistically, a lot of people have debt. It's great to invest and save, but your interest rate's 29% on your credit card. And you got a house payment with 13.3% and a car with 18.9. Like, let's bring those things down.
Let me ask you this, so because we're trying to help the common people, right? So let's say somebody today is 40 years old, they have nothing planned, they have no savings.
Mhm.
What is a realistic goal they should look to achieve from now until their retirement? Let's say what retirement is normally 65 now, I think.
67. I
67.
mean,
So for the next 27 years, what should like the most because you see what I mean? Because like there are some people who are gonna die with nothing, they're gonna
yeah,
die
and that
leaving nothing, you know what I
and
mean?
that's the
So
facts. So does this person have debt? These are great questions, but there's so many factors for me to like just start spitballing.
yeah, let's
Like,
just say a person
what's
is
their
now
tax bracket? What's their tax bracket? So
let's say the person makes 70,000 a year.
okay,
They
are
have
they are
they
they
have they
are
have
they
no house.
self-employed? Are they self-employed?
No,
Are
they're not self-employed. They
W
W
two?
two. They
Do they
W2.
have a 401k? Does their
They
employer
just
offer one?
they just started investing in their 401k. That's what I'm saying. Like this is a person at 40 that never thought about what was important. They just live paycheck to paycheck. The most important thing was getting their child through high school and getting their child their first car. Because we got a lot of that, right? Because
Of course,
we are talking to a masses of a lot of single mother homes now, right?
right.
So like a lot of people are going paycheck to paycheck just to make their children's life comfortable, but then they forget about their lives. So
Right.
like let's say this is a person 70,000 a year W2 just started giving 10% of their pay to their 401k and they're trying to think like okay, I got 27 years. What is a good ideal goal or number to try to reach for in 27 years?
I mean, there's a lot of factors. So you said 27 years from 40 to 67. They're starting from ground zero.
Mhm.
Not saying they're behind, but I wouldn't match 10% at that age. I'll be putting what my employer match, and then the rest I'd be putting in alternative other solutions. Maybe I'll take 2% and put into a mutual fund or buy an index fund. I'll be looking at, okay, I know the next 27 years, maybe I'm, put towards some term life insurance. But there's a lot of factors you have to look into.
I will give you something that you could use.
Go ahead, boss man.
Make your Robinhood your bank account. Like make your Robinhood outside of your bills and what you need outside. Like make one of these or single swim, whichever you want to go TD or you want to go Robinhood, whatever you want to do, or Acorn. Make it your thing to have you something outside of what you normally would do. Step outside of your norm and try to get to 500 as fast as you can. And then after you do that, try to make it to 1,000 as fast as you can. Make the game that you play, the Candy Crush, the Royal Match, dominoes, the spades, whatever game you play on your phone, play the money game. Make that game your money game. Like be an adventure capitalist. You know what I'm saying? To yourself. With yourself. Play that money game with yourself. Whatever, if you was going to spend 30 on some BS, whatever the BS was, just drop the 30 off in your account. Try to make yourself a personal goal. Like make it a game for yourself. And then when the number gets to a certain amount, you'll stop playing game. You'll get serious. Like I'm trying to give it to him. I know Scotty's going to give it to him in a way that, that they can really use that information to move forward. But to bring it down a little bit is to play the money game with yourself. Because like you don't have to buy the entire Google stock. You can just put $20 in there. Exactly. And then you can go to Meta and put $50 in there. You can go to Netflix and put $50 in there and just play the money game. Like watch your account, when it drops and it goes up, whatever the case may be, like find what's the name of it? The Magnificent Seven? Start with that. Start with the Magnificent Seven and just drop if you got $100, bust that $100 down into every one of those stocks, and
But
get
I'm just not to interrupt, but I'm just thinking about the person that I'm just thinking about the person that Norris just stated. You know, $70,000, 40 years old, just started putting in their 401k. Before I even start investing, I'm reducing my debt and getting an emergency fund because at $70,000, you're extremely volatile to losing your job, more than likely. And then in this current economy, it's going to take you 3 to 6 months at least to get a job to make 70,000 on or above. So I'd at least be trying to put 6 months worth of my bills back. Not to mention, you know, unemployment in the state of Texas is what, like $500 a week, give or take a little bit. I mean, so that's $2,000 a month, not counting taxes. So you take taxes out of there, you're looking at what, $1,600. That's what, $900 less than what they're used to looking, give or take, every 2 weeks. So I'd definitely be putting towards their emergency fund. It's great to invest, but you got to have your fundamentals on lock, your emergency fund before you really start investing. That's just my point of view. Lock down the basics before you start getting a little bit more advanced. But that's my view.
Debt is dangerous.
Yeah.
Debt is dangerous. Debt is dangerous. I spent, I told you about that, didn't I? I spent my whole last year eliminating debt.
Can't go wrong with that.
That whole year eliminating debt. And debt's gonna happen. Just be on it. Just be on top of it, man. You got to get more focused on, like, if you're 30, focus on your 40s. If you're in your 40s, focus on your 50s and your 60s. Like, think about it. Take it. Yeah. You got to get, life insurance is important, man. It's important. Amazon got any book you need.
Yeah.
Amazon got any book.
I go to Barnes and Nobles because that's where everybody give me gift cards to. But yeah, Amazon to get you next day. Some of them overnight if you order enough.
That author can't wait to get that damn book off his shelf and get it to you.
But this book right here, I will highly recommend. I have read all the other ones, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich. This book right here has the basic principles, like very dumbed down knowledge, like Plug was just speaking about, because that's my biggest thing. I want you guys to be able to take away some tangible things from this. And I even looked it up for you guys. So speaking about the S&P 500, right? Some of the big companies you can look at is like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, things of that nature. But I did ask, what's the basic amount of investment? It says that a person should invest basically kind of what Plug said initially, about $500 a month. So that's like the basic index to invest into. Or if you just want to keep it simple, do what Scotty was saying at the very beginning, invest in 10% of your income and make that a non-negotiable. This book talks about that. It gives you a whole story, a bunch of stories in here about paying yourself 10%. It breaks down that we are actually the storehouse, not the church. So it breaks down all that stuff, because a lot of things we invest in without even knowing that we should be invested in ourselves first. You can go pay every debt collector and everything, but if you leave yourself nothing, you have nothing. So this book talks about that. It talks about investing in yourself 10%. And then it shows you that we talked about at the beginning, guys, about fitness, right? Creating habits. Investing and saving is a habit. So when you start doing these things, they become habits. So if you start paying yourself 10% and then you pay everything else after that, you'll get into the habit. Because you got to think about it. I've been broke before, so I'm not speaking from a person who never been broke. I don't know if people know, when you first enter the military, you're broke. My first 5 to 6 years, I was broke. Like when you were trying to build and all that. And at that time, I was dumb. I was just doing what the military told me. I was already investing in Roth IRAs and all that stuff. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just sat through the class and they said, give this percentage and up it every year. That's what I did, right? I wasn't educated on it, but I was good at following the instructions. So like, I did those things that are going to benefit me down the road. But now that I understand it all, I would highly encourage people to understand you create so many negative habits. You're already calling the bill collector saying you can't pay them anyway. How about put that bill that you ain't paying into your savings or put that 10% back and start building. Start building. Because like Plug said, debt is gonna happen. If you live in life, you're gonna have debt, and all debt is not bad debt. So don't look at everything as a bad thing. But
I have to counter that statement.
Go ahead, you counter whatever you like.
Depending on the tax bracket or how you approach things from a finance, I really don't like generalizing statements. But depending on your mindset and how you tackle things in life, you can definitely avoid debt. And that's from buying a car to going on trips to buying a house. It's just more or less your strategy, what kind of playbook you're putting out there for yourself. That goes with discipline and research and being
that sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds very good, Scotty.
No, I'm being serious.
We're talking to ninjas. we talk. I'm serious. Like I'm serious. Like we're no longer living like us three are different, right? Like the sacrifices Plug was able to, and we're about to end in a few, but the sacrifices that Plug was able to make for his own personal gain, that took discipline out from him.
Yeah.
The things you have done, discipline. The things I have done, discipline. But we're not speaking to them, dog. We're like less than 5%. So I'm trying to talk to the masses, and I want people not to be afraid of the most unattractive thing, right? Because eventually you teach a man how to fish, he can eat forever. You see what I mean? Like, so like if you just give him something to build on, hey, I ain't here to judge your debt right now, but I'm gonna tell you need to go and pay yourself 10%. You might like, so I just try to give them the simple things because Scotty, these people out here, dog.
Most folks
shape
are afraid. They're afraid to start. You know, like it'll be too late before they start. It'll be too late before they start. Like most people aren't thinking about. They thinking about day to day. They thinking about this week. They're not thinking about 5 or 10 years ahead. And you gotta think of 5 years ahead. Like, bro, like to eliminate debt and then look at your savings and to see a number that doesn't match what you did that year, that should hurt your feelings. Like I stumbled when I started investing, it was like I stumbled on it and it was just Acorn. I just did Acorn. I just attached Acorn to my account, and every time I'm just spending money, whatever, taking care of this bill, buying this, doing that, going here. And then I looked at it again in like 2018 and I had forgot about it. And that's how you got to invest. Like if you got to auto pay your 10%, so you don't even see it. Like when you go in, by the time you look at it and set it for like 12 o'clock before you even get off work. So when you go to look at your check, it's already gone. It's already over there. You never miss what you didn't see. It's gone. You know what I mean? Like make sure that paper is in there, man, because even when they said at least $500 a month, do you know after 6 months when you look at that account, you're gonna be like, it's gonna motivate you to not, you gonna be either a fool or you gonna get motivated. Because you're gonna see that, be like, oh, I put that much up. Let me get that out here and do this. No, don't do that. That's
so
fool.
Scotty, I want to give you a shout out. And shout out to D-Rob, man. Thank you for coming. He actually commented on our last 40 for 40 just today. And I asked him, was he gonna be able to watch tonight? So people are watching this, dog. So Scotty, we appreciate you being a part of 40 for 40. Like there's been a lot of people commenting about just the financial, like it sounds crazy to people. I'm telling you, y'all, man. Like that's why I'm trying to tell Scotty, like, dog, you will be so shocked, dog. It's a very small percentage, man. It's a very, very small percentage, dog. Like even look, Trisha said, appreciate it, man. About to go crazier, man. She said, do you guys always do this show? We do it due to our sleepy third co-host. We do it bi-weekly. We wanted to do it every Wednesday, but we do it bi-weekly. So we won't be here next Wednesday. We'll be here the following Wednesday, May the 13th. So we do this bi-weekly, and this is what we'll be given, man. Normally, we know people get a lot of the rhetoric and a lot of the standard information about relationships, about this, about we're just trying to bring a different view of it. but I think that financial literacy piece is going to really
and let them
have
know,
to be
let them know,
increased.
so let them know, souls. If
You
they
can let
got,
them go. You can let them know.
if they
Go
got,
ahead.
if they got any questions, just shoot it in the Discord, because the Discord is where we that's where the community is. So Retro Plank, if you want to go in the Discord, D-Rob, if you want to go in the Discord, hit the Discord up and we'll answer whatever y'all got. Well, we'll run it on the next show.
And since we were talking about debt, for those who do have debt, if you want to tackle the smart way and you don't have enough debt to file bankruptcy, I highly recommend you to look at debt consolidation loans. There's tons of them, but be strategic about it based on the percentage. So you might have roughly $50,000 in debt, just using hypothetically, and interest rates can be anywhere between 12 to 30% or more, depending on what you've done. You can get those down to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%. That is a strategy, by the way.
And this is the last question coming from our first. Well, and we got one more for Retro Plank. Soft Rain said, "Should we pay ourselves first, i.e., self-care, new shirt?" Nah, come on now.
I mean, that's a good question. That's an investment.
When I say pay yourselves first, when I say pay yourself first, just like, again, go get this book. Paying yourself first, meaning you take that 10% and you take it to the storehouse. You store it up. You start creating that emergency fund that Scotty was just talking about, depending on your situation. When we think about investment, take yourself out of it. So when you think about self-care, new shirt, that ain't important. That ain't important. My hoodie smell like I'm working out every day.
I got something for y'all. Hey, between now and the 13th, if you get a friend and get 2 more friends to come to the Discord, I'll send you. All they'll do is drop your PO box or your address. I'll send you personally that book, The Richest Man in Babylon. I'll send you that book. So go ahead and tell everybody, come through, all your friends that need help with their finances, that need help with any information what they might want to talk about. Go and bring them to the Discord, the RSC, the Raw Society Coalition Discord, and you bring the most people, and y'all get more active in that chat and get active in our Discord. And the ones that like our videos, that comment on our videos, I will send you a copy of The Richest Man in Babylon.
Y'all heard it here first, man. At the 40 for 40, man. If you come into our Discord and you bring someone else with you, make sure y'all come into the conversation place or the community. Let us know when you get there. Plug will be providing you guys The Richest Man of Babylon. I'll download the PDF and send it over to y'all. We're trying to teach y'all financial literacy. Nigga, I will download the book for you.
Man, I'll send you a hardback copy. The one that he showed on the show, I will send you a copy.
Look at that, man. The only platform I followed through, Chief. Man, appreciate you, man. So crazy, man. He just came to the comments today, man. See, Scotty, man, let me give you a round of applause, Scotty, before you get out of here.
We love Scotty, man.
Yeah, man. They love.
I'm talking.
So shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Retro Plank for joining us today as well. She says she's a day trader, so she'll definitely be listening. Man, financial literacy is a big deal, man. It's a big deal, man. We might have to cut one of them segments out and just make financial literacy 30 minutes. Seems like it needs to be a bigger topic, man. So again, Uncle Plug, only Uncle Plug. Souls can get you a PDF. Whatever floats your boat, we'll get you both up. We'll get you both of them. This is our Discord link right here. Thank you, First Lady Soft Rain. Drop that in there for us. This is the Discord. Make sure y'all come into the Discord. And Scotty, we need you to join the Discord. So even you can drop some quick financial literature lit in there once a week or something like that. Just so people can read. We actually have a health and fitness thing in there too. So yeah, man, we appreciate everybody, man. Y'all got anything? He said, what if I don't have the Discord? Go ahead and download it, big dog, unless you're not like I don't want to force you to download something on your cell phone, but like it's a quick 2 seconds to download the Discord app. If you don't, Plug, what's a good email for you?
Good email is info.
Just put it in the chat.
No, I got it right here. I'm going to put it on the screen. I got it already on the banner.
Info at Uncle Plug.
Oh, no, mind. That's on our 1181 info.
I put it in the chat. Hold on.
All right. He's gonna put his email in the chat for those who don't want to download the Discord, which we respect that for sure. But again, man, he'll be sending you guys a hard copy of this. I am gonna get that PDF though and put it in there just in case people want to have it mobile as well when you're moving around. Anything else you got for him, Scotty? This is Uncle Plug's email right here. So
nothing else at this time.
Man, appreciate y'all, man. What a great show today, man. Great show, man. We're gonna close it out with the song, and then we will catch you guys on the next one, man. We really appreciate y'all.
All right.
Yeah. 40 for 40. Real talk. No middleman. Souls, Uncle Plug, Scotty. We just speaking life. 40 for 40, yeah, we talking every day. Like pain turn to pressure, turn it all into a stage. Like real ones relate, when we speak it, it don't feel right. If you ain't lit it, you won't get it, just that real life. 40 for 40. Every story got a message. Losses turn lessons. Now we counting up the blessings from the bottom where it's pressure, where they test you. Now we talking life, yeah, this deeper than a session. Yeah. Late nights, deep thoughts, mind racing. Trying to find peace, but the world keep changing. Everybody got a story, they ain't saying. So I put it in these bars, don't mask. No, faking from the mud where the struggle get loud. Where you smiling in their face, but you fighting inside. Where you learn who real when you down and out. And the fake disappear when the lights ain't bright. I done seen pain turn keys to survivors. Seen dreams die slow, then revive us. Now we speak truth through the mic in the wire. 40 conversations build souls up higher. 40 for 40, yeah, we talking every day. Like pain turn to pressure, turn it all into a stage. Like real ones relate, when we speak it, it don't feel right. If you ain't lit it, you won't get it, it's that real life. 40 for 40, every story got a message. Losses turn lessons, now we counting up the blessings from the bottom where it's Souls, Uncle Plug, Scotty. We just speaking life.